Alright, welcome back to the Hammond collection park build. Two conchs. Are they just one social? They are just one. So I guess we'll just start with two and go from there. Social, humble, thirsty. Seems fine. And then expedition will be done in 45 seconds. And keep pushing the brackies. We need to do the research here, though, so let's get the remaining large theropods. Well, two of the remaining large theropods, the cheap ones. Very cheap. Unfortunately, we're doing double scientists on that, but whatever. And yeah, we're purging one more Pachycephalosaurus to make this enclosure work. We've redone the plants, optimized it for the trikes and the ankies. And the Pachycephalosaurids are just not quite doing it. So I've gotten rid of the sickly Pachycephalosaurus. I think that's the optimal trade-off there. So they're 100% technically barely missing some open space. I'm going to leave it. That's good enough for me. Alright, and then these are our concavenators. Been a while since we used a conch in a park. Really like it. I'm really fond of the animal. We'll get their environmental needs sorted, and then we'll add some more of these decorative trees in this part so it matches the Metri pen. Shit, storm coming. Perfect timing. Alright, before it kicks off too much, there's our conch. So yeah, that's a decent rendition of the Hammond collection figure. I mean, the underbelly coloring, no. The Hammond collection figure's got an extra finger for some reason, because the statue in Fallen Kingdom has an extra finger for some reason. But, like, the orange and the bluish green, pretty good. You need prey. It's over there. You'll find it. You'll need a little more water, because apparently... Oh yeah, isn't there like a theory that concavenators were fishers or something? Like, they're not in-game piscivores, but they do have a high water need. I wonder if that's coming off of that. Or maybe I made that up. Maybe I imagined that. Should always land these guys by the feeders. Very sloppy of me not to. Yeah, they have a large water need for sure. So, do we have a proper alpha? Well, yeah, a thirsty alpha too, so it's even more water. So the question now is, do I want more than just two of these? They have way more open space than they need. So we could have more than two. I'm actually not that fond of the figure, though. Like, compared to the Carno, the Cerato, and the Metri, I like the conch figure a lot less. So I might leave just two in to kind of represent that. Okay, we should get the mobile vet doing something. He's in here. We'll go here first. And then go there. Okay, and then fossil check. Bird tracks, of course. Sure. Okay, Brocky's pretty close. That's like 92 right there. And then the other fossil is maybe getting us to the finish line. Looks like it is done, because I don't see any other ones. Well, we can start the allo. Do we have a cheaper one? 11. Perhaps not. What about the Giga? I would do the allo first, but Giga's also 11. Okay, fine. Irritator? I could also just keep doing like berry, or we could do like Pyroraptor or Atrocity. Let's do Atrocity. Sure. And then yeah, nothing to synth. Be tempted to add more Trodons, but probably not gonna. Not yet. Alright, there's the end of that. So these two, and then this is just silicosis. Yeah, cures over time. Alright, not too bad, that one. Are the Rexes good? Because that feeder was empty. Still no status check. Well, they'll get to it. It'll happen. Here's our selection of fossils. We'll clear out the riffraff. Oh, yeah, so Brocky is done. We knew that. Just kidding. I take a short break and then I forget everything. We should probably get some raptors in the park sooner. I should actually maybe do Velociraptor first because it's the biggest pack size because there's so many variations in the toy line. Yeah. Although I do want my large carnivore. Let's do Allo. I'm excited to see the Allo skin stomping around. We'll push him down. We'll do Allo and then we'll do Velociraptor. There's an argument to finish Velociraptor because we've dug it up some of it already, but I think I'm just going to prioritize what I want to put in the park first. I'm not going to worry about optimization. Path capacity is actually full. It has been full for a while, which is very funny. I actually don't know if we ever formally hit 5 stars. Should put some amenities in. I think the Allo I'll put over here. You stuck? Yes. Fix him. Oh, the other thing we need to do is the research for the remote viewing galleries. Which will be time-consuming and expensive and stall out everything else we're working on. Actually, that might be a good thing to do when we're breeding the Allos. That might be the right time window. Good enough. Are you dying again? If we wake him up, does he start moving properly? I don't remember. I don't think we need to move him. I think sedating and waking up is good enough. Terrain. Why would you do this to me, Terrain? I saw it. It was blue for a second. Oh, it's like, there's like 1 pixel that works. Actually, I'm not even sure there is 1 pixel that works. That might be it just shifting with the terrain level. I think so. You put it over here. Oh, but there's already shopping like right here. Shopping definitely should be over here. We'll put it here. I should really just move this. Ranger Team 1. Okay, and these guys are water open space prey, so we can do the same thing we did with the other side here. Make it match. So that we did this. I'm gonna make those not so square, a little bit like that, and then we can put in some of these monkey puzzle trees or whatever they were. But first, we got some other things to deal with. So, fossil check. Good chunk of aloe. 75% already? That feels really high. We should get our brockies sorted out. So, 1993 style brockie. It's 11. So we'll need the fossil guy back first. Or I put point in. Let's do it. Money's still just going up without effort. Okay. Alright, 2 brockies, social humble thirsty, social tolerant humble. That's perfect. Social tolerant humble is the optimal alpha. 8 welfare. And we'll keep pushing aloe. So they're... Wait, did we do 2 aloe digs? Or did I click on this one, which is why it's white? Maybe that's why. I might have done that. That sounds like a thing I'd do. But then we just have the 9 genetics, which is not going to do... Well, we can do this. Hold on, brockie. Because now we got the alpha, we don't need the genes. Boom. Perfect. Alright. Eggs. Ready to go. Get them out. There it is. The Brachiosaurus. Everything important about the animal you could see. Nothing up there matters. These eggs don't matter, they're just junk, but they're just there to expand the herd. 4 is probably going to be enough. I'm perfectly happy to stop after that. Curious what these guys... I don't remember what their demand is like in a desert biome. Gallimimus, that is... That works pretty well. Yeah, so these guys don't have any demand for hardly anything, just tall nut. So they actually are relatively easy to use in a desert. True for other sauropods as well. I wonder what Camarasaurus looks like in desert biome. Alright, we redesigned these enclosures a little bit, so now they have this nice double swoop thing here going on that I think is fun. We'll get the aloe over here, I guess, and go from there. So, if we're going to do the aloe, we should look at... Byrack. Ah, we got puns. Happy Pride, everybody, I guess. A little early, right? Technically. I guess it depends on time zone, right? So I suppose we could airlift the other two to get the territory fully expanded before we worry about the tall nut. Oops. It's probably a way to do it. Then we should do another expedition for something or other. So Allo is in fact done. Atrocity not. But I think Velociraptor is really the thing to do next, so we're just going to switch to Velociraptor. We're going to ignore the fact that we dug up most of the Atrociraptor genome. No, we're not doing that. We're doing viewing galleries. Yeah. I think a Pride Month park build would just need a little more juice to it. Like, without somebody doing like a skin mod, I just don't see. Other than the puns, I don't know what else you would do with that park. Maybe I'm just not creative enough. I could dig up something while this viewing platform research is done, but it's quick enough that I think we'll just let it run. Yeah, I didn't do the bamboo forest of the botanical gardens because, like, they're not necessarily exhibits that had animals in them, and we were pretty pressed for space with the scale of things. I did do the botanical gardens in the at least the botanical gardens in the Biosyn's Jurassic World version we did. The Jurassic World, but if Biosyn had made it. But that was a little more... That was abstracting kind of the other different direction. Both parks are not like perfect recreations for different reasons. Oh, we could... Yeah, the different like stripes or whatever on the flags too would work. Yeah, I'm not opposed to each species only having one look in a park build, though. That's fine sometimes. Okay, Brockie 2 is the correct alpha. Can you please join the herd, friend? Friend, please merge. 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 Okay, we've merged. So they actually don't need that much more tall nut. I'm gonna go ahead and put some over here. That is enough. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in some other corners to maybe encourage them to keep moving a little bit more. As long as we don't remove too much open space and piss off our other friends. But they all seem to be pretty good. Well, barely on the Crithos. Alright, who put their foot in the mouth? You did? What's your problem? Dude, the space is right there. Move. It's right there. Are you stupid? Triangular pens are kind of a bad idea, so... Yes, they're stupid, but I'm stupid for not accommodating their stupidity. And that's how it goes. Okay, let's get the allos. So I'm really excited for this skin. I think this skin looks really nice. It's the 2022 Allo, but redone to have the colors, the more like, the colors that pop much better with the figure. This skin here, I think this is going to be a standby. I think we're just going to keep this in forever because I think the Dominion Allo, the Battle Big Rock Allo as it appears in base game is kind of dull. And I really like this one. We'll do social. I might hatch 2 of these. I probably will hatch 2 of these. But there's maybe an argument. Yeah, the Pachycephalosaurus and Stiggies are a merged herd. But the alpha is the Pachycephalosaurus, so that's what we care about for the demand. Move to both corners, please. Dummies. Maybe I should just get rid of one more of them so that it's not so annoying for them to keep their territory. sorted out. We have 6 Stiggies and 5 Pachycephalosaurs. Let's clear a Stiggy. Well, I don't know if the bamboo forest had 7 species. Because there's some weird species count stuff out there for Jurassic World. Like there's a piece of media that says there were like 100 species on the Cretaceous cruise, and that just can't be dinosaurs. That has to include plant species. So it's entirely possible that the bamboo forest has like 7 extinct plants in it. And nobody can tell me that those counts don't include prehistoric plants. And so to me, that's the only thing that makes sense. Let's clear the thirsty one, number 5. Because otherwise, it's completely chaos. And I'll also always put more stock in the films, specifically saying that there's like... yeah, we can do these two. That there's only 20, dinosaurs in Jurassic World or whatever. The 14 carnivores, 6... or 14 herbivores, 6 carnivore line from the actual movie. To me, that is always going to be more important than any other piece of media that says something different. Because the films trump everything else in my mind. The only thing that can undo a film is another film, right? So if some other film comes out and retcons it and says there were like 100 species in Jurassic World, then fine. I won't like that a film has contradicted another film, but it's happened before, so like whatever. Yeah, it could also be 80 different species of like prehistoric fish or something, right? Absolutely. We know there were more aquatics than just the mosasaur in Jurassic World, that's confirmed. Just no species have ever been confirmed. Like, name-wise. We just don't know what animals were in the aquariums. Beyond Mosasaurus. Yeah, I guess we just dig up Velociraptor. What am I doing? I'm just sitting here staring, thinking of what to do. It's like, yeah, an expedition is what you do. Come on. There's the lovely Hammond Collection Allosaurus skin. I like this quite a lot over the base skin. The colors popping really adds to it. I think this is very nice. I almost never use this Allo over the Frontier one, even though I actually like this Allo design, just because I think the skin in game looks very dull. And I think this improves on it quite a bit. So now we need to get their pens sorted out. So, yeah, their current territory is already good. We have plenty of water, plenty of open space. Allosaurus 1 is the alpha. One is the alpha. So yeah, we just cut the pen down to basically what the territory is, which means this pen could be very small. What in the world is obstructing that? Is there a goat? Is there a rogue goat? There is a goat. I see the goat. Okay. I have a plan. I'm just trying to think of how to make it work. Actually, maybe I just want to copy the Y we did for the Rex pen a little bit. Like that. Don't you run past that fence. No, no. Okay, okay. Perfect. Okay, that should work. Yep, they have more space than they need, but I'm not going to cut this down any further, I don't think. Unless I want to cut it across here, maybe, but I think this is good. I'm actually happier to, like, cut these pens down than I am to, like, expand this one out, so... We should just need like Giga and Theory, one of each, I think, and that'll be enough. We do need to probably build another raptor pen somewhere at some point. So I also might turn part of that into a raptor pen. All right, so this guy needs to go on break. This guy needs to go on break. So we'll do a raptor dig, and then we'll do remote viewing galleries. Because we need those for the Allos. So we actually do want to do those soon. Okay, so that one's done. So this is probably the last raptor expedition anyway. I sold off a bunch of fossils already, but nobody cares about that shit, right? So our raptor is probably damn close to being done, if not done. I'm going to say it's probably done. We'll find out for sure in a second here. Yep, completed. All right, now we're doing viewing galleries, remote. No, we're not. I mean, we are, but not without some pre-work. 5 out of 6. 9 out of 10. Perfect. Yeah, then we put a remote viewing gallery in here. Cover the Allo, cover the back part of the Rex pen. Put one over here for the other animal pen. And then I guess, yeah, another one over here for whatever the... I guess this will be the Giga, this will be the Theory. Then after that, we need the Raptors, Pyro, Atrocity, and Velociraptor, and then the Aviary. And that is everything. We could build the Aviary, like right now. That is the Raptor done. Yeah, we can put the Aviary in, I guess. So the Aviary, we're going to do kind of a minimalist one. I did put these power lines kind of in the way of everything. I don't know why I did that. I have questions. Mostly, what was going through my mind when I thought that was a good idea? Oh yeah, the Spinosaurids. Oh shit, I completely forgot about the Spinosaurids. Yeah, Baryonyx, Irritator, and Spinosaurus have to go back here. We need to expand this out. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. How do we want to set this up? Maybe we just do it like this. Just kidding. That was a joke. Yeah, we do it like that. Alright, that should be plenty of space. What am I doing? Why am I stupid? There. Okay, so that'll be in range of that power if I put it there. I'm probably fine with that, actually. That's probably a good enough spot for it. We're going to need another ranger team as well. So let's put that in. How about way the hell back here? I'm going to put it there. There? I kind of want the path to just kind of connect straight through. Yeah, perfect. But then we'll redo the ranger team assignments. Did I ever upgrade? Oh, no available upgrades for whatever reason. Well, let's not worry about that. That is strange, though. So, okay. 1, 2, 3. The other ones have like 4 apiece. So if I take 2 off, yeah, sure. Actually, let's do 1. Where's the one here? 2. Can I just edit this on this? Yes. I actually never do that. That's actually pretty handy. I guess I don't like usually reassign my ranger teams that much. I thought I assigned... Wait, what? I think I did a status check. Yeah. There we go. Being finicky. It's doing that thing it does. Common Rugops win? Yes. Alright, Velociraptors. So we're looking for blue, Delta, 93, 97 male, 2001, and 2 male and female. That's all of the raptors, right? 6 in the toy line? Yes. None of the patterns matter. I'm not going to push the full. There's no reason to go past 75%, really. So we'll do whatever we get, one of each. I think I'm just going to do one of each. I was going to mix it up a little bit based on which ones I like more. But to be honest, all the Velociraptors kind of suck. So... Is the routes already done? Jesus, I didn't even notice. We'll finish Atrocity then. Will we? Maybe I should do a Giga run because we have both people available and the one person's going to have to rest. Sure. We're not going to finish Giga anytime soon, but we'll start it. We'll start with these gates closed. We'll put the raptors in the front section initially. Will we? Yeah, we will. Fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and slap in a goat feeder as well, even though we'll probably want to eventually get rid of it. Also don't have any water up here. There. There's the unreasonably large amount of water. We'll worry about the veg later. We should use the palm trees for some exhibits. That might be the good thing to use here, because we haven't really used those much. $56, 59% on the Giga. Not bad. Right, 6 raptors. Social Humble Fit, 2001A. Social Humble Intolerant, 2001C. Aggressive Delta. Aggressive Blue. I can take Aggressive Delta. 1997A. Social Humble Intolerant. Okay, so anybody who wants to be alpha can kind of be alpha. Oh, actually, it'll be this one. 35% dominance versus 30 from Intol. So Delta's going to be the alpha? That's kind of weird. We could deliberately not have Delta be the alpha, because like if any raptor shouldn't be the Delta, it should be or shouldn't be the alpha, it should be Delta. Delta is literally the only raptor that has never led a pack out of the options here. Yeah, Blue has the wrong genes. So 2001, 97 are done. So blue stays, delta stays, 93 stays, 97, 2001, 2001. And I'll keep the genes on, I guess. Wildcard Raptor. Yeah, I guess that's true. The JP3 pack was led by the female. True. Accurate. They were the progressive raptors. Social Humble Intall Blue. Intall Humble Fit Delta, that works. I can't even tell who you are. 93. That's the big one. Social Humble Intall 93. No, I can do non-Intall Delta. Sure. All right, Delta 93 and blue. Actually really bothers me that that they like did the Tiger Raptor before finishing like the Raptor pack. I like the Tiger Raptor more than the Raptor pack. It bothers me that the Jurassic World Raptor pack only has 2 of the 4 animals released. And the other ones are not like announced or anything. Like, I'm happy to get a Tiger Raptor. I wish it was a better looking figure than it is. I just don't know why they broke up the the Raptor pack to do it. It just bugs me that they're not released in sequence. We never researched Geosternbergia. Maybe we should do that. Just kidding, I put this person on incubation. So no, we won't do that. We won't be doing that at all. Dimorphodon? Dimorphodon... That's British, right? Yes. One dig site? Yes. Sure. I mean... Actually... I think I like Charlie more than Delta color-wise. I think Charlie's my favorite of the Raptor squad. But I do like a green Raptor. Delta's not bad. Okay, very inconvenient timing on the storm again, but it shouldn't really matter. Yeah, Echo's a problem. It's so weird that Echo's design changed and like merchandising and in Camp Cretaceous or whatever from like the way it looked in the film. So
everyone knows I have a
maybe they just won't do Echo.
Velociraptor, and they get a bad rap as far as I'm concerned. But if you imprint early enough, you can make real connections with them. Other than Claire, raptors are the most intelligent partners I've ever had.
Okay, so the male JP3 will not be alpha because it's only humble social. So we will have an alpha that should be a thing that is an alpha. Whichever one it may be. Wait, did one of the raptors in the hatchery get injured? Because it took me to the hatchery. Or does it just do that because it's dumb? No, it just kind of zoomed out. Just kidding. Anyway, we're going to keep an eye on these guys so they don't hit the fences. They're actually doing pretty good. Maybe we can actually fit all 3 raptor species in there. Atrociraptors will be however many we need for them to be happy, and they'll all be ghost. Which is weird, but that's how we got to do it. Yeah, I think probably the way Echo looks in the movie is better for sure. The teal, like excessively teal design from like the cartoon does seem weird. I think teal just doesn't work on an animal unless it's like a bird, which I guess that's a raptor, but like teal outside of feathers looks weird to me. It doesn't seem natural. That's all 6, right? So we got Delta, male, female from JP3. We got blue. We got my precious tiger striped raptor. And we got the 93 on the ground somewhere. Is the 93 in here? I don't see it. Oh, there. There's the 93. Also really like the 93 design. Problem is in the movie you can't see the interesting like striping on the tail and stuff that I really like. But the 93 design makes for good merch. Because the merchandise can always show the colors a little bit better than the movie does. Okay, so now real question is, I guess, I don't know, is there any teal lizard? I don't know, teal just feels weird. I'm sticking with it. The alpha is, drumroll, tiger striped. Tiger striped alpha. I'm down for that. If I get a tiger stripe raptor that has a decent jaw, it probably will be my favorite of the raptor designs that have been released. Although I think the striping on the toy is a little weird looking, so maybe not. It'll really depend when I have it in hand. Teal comes from the lizard DNA? Okay, well, whatever. Maybe I'm just wrong. Teal is perfectly natural. I don't know. Okay, I did not expect this enclosure to work out, though. That's really nice. Next question is, do we move them? Dude, that one pisses me off. The blue trike is so good, and every trike we get after the first film is just the same shitty brown design. It's so sad. So these guys have, well, a little bit of area. 0.86 area. What is the area in here? 0.48? Okay, so yeah, the raptors do need to be in the front paddock, I think. But surprisingly, 6 is actually good. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some palm trees. Okay, apparently I can just give them an oasis of palm trees and it's fine. I'm not opposed to it. All right, well, there we go. What are next? Ooh, treasure. We don't really need the money. %98 on Dimorphodon. I guess we'll finish Dimorphodon, and that's next. These guys will both be mad at me, but we'll probably just rush down some Dimorphodon. Just to get it done. Oh, the Geosternbergia research. We need to remember to do that. And I have never checked the Brachys. No, I did, right? I did check the Brachys. Yeah. The territory just decayed away from where they should be. Maybe I should just put some more tall nut over here, because they're just going to be nerds about it. Yeah, everybody else is still pretty good. You make a Velociraptor pen desert out of obligation. I mean, it makes sense paleontologically speaking, but in the film franchise, the raptors are almost always associated with like jungles and shit. Like Muldoon being hunted, the raptor paddock being like full of vegetation. Even like Jurassic World with them running through the jungle on the motorcycle. Like all the iconic scenes to me are just jungle based. So plus, didn't they need like a high forest need in JWE1? Or even in this game maybe? I think Frontier even kind of did the same thing. Alright, so the Dimorphodon in the Hammond collection is from the Jimmy Buffett figure. So he comes with 3 little green and orange Dimorphodons. So that's why we're including Dimorphodon in this park build. It is technically part of the Hammond collection line. They're kind of weird, because they are green and orange, which is like not a color they ever actually really appear as. but we're going to go with it. So we're doing Mangrove and Rana, I guess. I have this favorite and I don't know why. Should I do random? Because I don't know why I have this favorited. They should have color. This should be Mangrove Rana. I'm gonna do that. I think that's correct. Now, these guys are Min Pop 3. 3 of them specifically come with Jimmy Buffett. But I think I'm going to do more than just 3. Because just 3 Dimorphodons seems like it would be weird. We need the fish feeder. They have a high force needing 2. Okay. I couldn't remember. It's been so long since we used them because they're Velociraptors. They really only come out to play in themed park builds. What am I doing? Fish feeder. That's what I'm doing. We can't do it till we actually get the Piscivore out, which I hate. I hate that. That'll be on the list of things to change if I do the research mod. Because it's just aggravating that you have to get it out before you can do the feeder. Just annoys me. Oh, the remote viewing galleries. Shit. Yeah, so we put this one... Yeah, just there. Oh my god. Okay, I can go right here. That's fine. Like, on your way to the arena, you, like, stop in and see the Allosaurus. That works. And then this one... Maybe we should move the water. Let's do this. Okay, let's do... Then we'll put the dome in here. We connect this over to somewhere. Here. Nice and out of the way. Because if we do it here, it's not powered. Yeah, let's do it over here. Kind of weird that the entrance is there, but whatever. Now what I want to do is I want to see about getting the water back around here. If I can. Okay. I like making it the little island. I think that's fun. Okay, then we peel this back because we don't need that much water. Yeah, lagoons first does make sense. That's the more efficient way to do it for sure. 6 of these guys, social and both thirsty. That's fine. We'll take all 6. So, canonically, we bought 2 Jimmy Buffett figures to get 6 Dimorphodons. That's how it works, right? Alright, we'll get these guys out and then end the episode. Also, before I forget, Geosternbergia. 8, 9. Do I want cheaper? I kind of... Doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's not do cheaper. Well... Oh, I actually don't have logistics. I need to do cheaper. Just kidding. Yeah, it has to be 3. I can read. I can read the numbers. I know what they mean. I understand. Then let's finish a Triceratops. So a Triceratops, we might as well look at this. Even though it's not quite done. Min Pop 2. So we could just hatch... I think we'll hatch 3. We'll just try 3. But these will all be Ghost, because that's the only one that's been released. Which is actually my favorite Raptor figure. I really like the Ghost figure. Oh. I sent my guy out. What's the requirement for this? It won't tell us even the research requirement. It's welfare, right? We could wait. Let's wait for this to finish. 20 seconds. I'm also going to just keep it in the video. There it is. All right. Dimorphodon. I think that's pretty good. That is essentially what the Hammond Collection Dimorphodon looks like, I think. I think it's more so that like the orange is on the face, if I remember correctly, but still, it's the right colors overall. Oh my god, E. coli. Fuck off. Get out of here with your goddamn E. coli. I don't need this shit in my life. Yeah, okay, 9 welfare. Perfect. Alright, we're only doing 6. We're doing no more Dimorphodons. Because I don't like the figure. E. coli, yes. What about that pattern is red? Well, there's little red bits. You see? You see the little red bits? Ugh. Okay, this is easier. See? Red, right there, right there. That's the red part. Also, the inside part is red. Also, his feet are weirdly, like, green. Why are his feet a different color? That's weird. Why are his feet, like, yellow-green, like, baby vomit green? But the rest of him is more of a blue-green. How strange. How bizarre. You're a weird dude, Dimorphodon. I don't know what your shtick is. Or is his, like, underside lighter colored? I guess that's it, right? His underside is all light. And then that just continues out to his feet? I guess. Feels weird looking at a Dimorphodon's taint. Alright, Triceratops fossils. So yeah, that's gotta be done, but 2 rounds, we're not gonna get that this episode. I just want to get the feeder in before I forget that I don't have the feeder in. Sorry, medical, did you not? No, you're still on the way. Okay. No! Chill, guys, chill. Okay. 1 fish. Relax. There's your fish. We should also, I want to put in the decorative perch trees. So I guess we'll do that too. Because they are neat. So for the perch trees, we've got Calamites, an Aleppo, Cycad, the Fallen One, an Oak, the other Oak, and a Cactus. Cactus feels like it would be uncomfortable, and the Tempeschia. Maybe we do, I'm sorry, obstructed by the dome. Maybe we don't do this tree because it literally can't fit in here. These ones work. We'll just put, like, kind of one of each, I guess. Except for the cactus. Kind of weird to put the cactus in if we're doing a bunch of non-deserty things for them to perch on. Alright, then maybe we'll just, Wait, what else do they... What is their other thing? Do they need... They don't need rock? They need sand. Weird. But it's already sand. I'm going to put in some of these. Just kind of back here in the corners. That way when you're looking out from the thing, it looks a little more lush. Okay, please give me the view and gallery. Sure, why not? That works. The Dimorphodons never look like anything, so... How? How have you done this? They are... I guess they're all drinking. I just want to see if they'll... see where they land on some of these trees. Because I don't remember if we've ever used these trees with the Dimorphodons. Okay. That's pretty good. He actually fits perfectly fine into that tree. Like, better than some of the other pterosaurs do with how small they are. They kind of work better. Oh, he sprained himself. He wasn't sick, he just tried to punch his way out of the aviary before the fish feeder came in. Okay, everything else is fine. Everybody is back, so I guess we'll do one more round of research tasks and expeditions. So, Geosternbergia is North American, right? Yep, Pteranodon dig site. I guess we'll keep working on the aviary since we started it. And then in terms of research, we're missing Stegosaurus. I only just realized we don't have Stego. And Theory, of course. There's also Spino. Let's do the Quanju to push towards Spino. But then I have to do the welfare specialist on this. That's fine, sure. Just do it. Just push the button. Alright, that's it for this episode. Till next time.